In this video, we are going to discuss a case study from the chapter Real Numbers. Have a look at the question. Teaching mathematics through activities, all that is the story part. We'll skip that. We'll skip to the main part of the question. So, Miss Mukta has planned a prime number game for class 5. Okay. She has announced the number 2 in her class. Okay. This is a very significant number. She has asked the first student to multiply it by a prime number. 2 is already a prime number, and she's asking her students to multiply by a prime number. She's asking her first student to multiply it by a prime number and then pass it on to the second student. The second student also multiplied by a prime number, then passed on to the third student, and this continues. In this way, by multiplying to a prime number, the last student got an answer of 1,73,250. Okay, now this is a huge number. We have to prime factorize this number. So what we'll do is 173250. We'll use the prime factor tree to solve this question. So this can be written as what? 2 into, this will be 8, 6, 6, 2, 5. Inside this, there is a factor of 5. So I'm going to write this as 5 into 1, 7, 3, 2, 5. And there is one more factor of 5 in this. So 5 into, this will be 3, 4, 6, 5. There is one more factor of 5 in this. So that will be 5 into 6, 9, 3. 693 is obviously divisible by 3. So we are going to further divide it into 3 into 2, 3, 1. This 231 is a tricky number. You should not confuse this to be a prime number, because 231 can be written as what? So this is 2 plus 3 plus 1. The sum of the digits is 6. So it is clearly divisible by 3. So we can further divide this as 3 into something. What will that be? So this will be 3 into 77, correct? And further, 77 can be written as 7 into 11. So the huge number is now broken into several smaller factors. What are the factors? 2 appears once, 5 appears 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and 3 appears twice, 7 appears once, and 11 appears once. Which means like one particular student is allowed just once to multiply the number, right? Whatever was the result from the previous student, the next student will just multiply it by a single prime factor and pass it on to the next student. That's how this works. So we'll count how many prime factors are there. So there is 1, 2, and there is 3 numbers of 5. There is 2 numbers of 3. So which means it has to be written as 2, because I'm counting 3 twice, I'm counting 5 thrice, I'm counting 7 once, and I'm counting 11 once, which means how many students have operated on this number? That will be 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that will be 9 students have operated. Now we'll take a look at the questions. What is the least prime number used by the students? Now we have to be careful, because she announces the number 2. So which means she announces this number and it's not her students. Miss Mukta, she announces 2. So we have to discount. Maybe it's not 9 students. We have to discount 1 from it, which means 8 students have operated, because the initial 2 is not operated by the students, it is operated by the teacher. What is the least prime number used by the students? So that will be 3. The least prime number used by the students would be 3. It is not 2, because the teacher announces 2 and not the students. How many students are there in the class? This is again a tricky question because if you count all the factors, you will get 9. But remember, 2 was announced by the teacher, which means you have to exclude 2. There is one 2 here. So maybe I should not count this as 2 because 2 appears just once. So I should count this as 1. I made a mistake earlier. Please make a note of it. This 2 appears just once, which means this is just one number, and 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So that will be equal to 3 plus 3, which is 6, 6 plus 2, which is 8. So it should rather be 8 minus 1, which is 7 students. So it has to be 7 students. Is this clear? So it is not even 8 students because you have to exclude that 1 because that initial 2 was announced by the teacher. Now, how many students are there in the class? 8 minus 1, there are 7 students in the class. What is the highest prime number used by the students? The highest prime number used by the students is 11. Which prime number has been used the maximum times, as in which prime number appears most number of times here? So 5 appears 3 times, 3 appears twice. So the prime number 5 appears 3 times. So that will be the answer. That concludes this question. If you have any queries, leave it in the comment section below. If you have any other queries in any other topics or questions, please let me know. We'll meet in the next video.